Hey guys, how's it going? Nick here. I'm going to be doing a flashlight review today. One of the first flashlight reviews I've done on this channel. It's going to be on the Fenix LD20. This is my main carry light. I carry this with me pretty much all the time when I'm out, and I absolutely love it. So I'm going to break it down a little bit for you, give you a little more information. Start off saying that Fenix is a very well-known brand. They're taking the flashlight world by storm, making everything much more affordable, and you still get amazing performance. So this is how you get it when you first purchase it. I purchased mine off of lighthound.com, one of the best sites I think to buy flashlights. It comes in the box. Okay, the box has some stats. I'll read that off to you and I'll explain them a little bit later. Alright, so the first one, get the camera to focus here, because 71 hours of survival use with 9 lumens, which means in the lowest setting you have 71 hours rather of usable light. It's got the Type 2 focus hard anodized finish, which is, to be honest with you, I don't know what the difference in anodizing is. I do know a little bit about anodizing from back when I used to be really into paintball. But, however, basically I think what they're trying to say is it's a really good finish, and in my experience that's true. It does hold up, and there has been no wear, and I've been carrying this quite a bit. And it's waterproof to the IPX8 standard, and I will also explain that in a little bit while as well. So, you can do a second unboxing. This is not new. Like I said, I've been carrying this. I'm just putting that in the box to show you what you get. Okay, so you get the box, obviously. You pull it out. It comes out in this plastic insert. So yeah, you have a holster. Okay, Velcro holster. It's got a Velcro quick release and a little D-ring, which I just tucked in. I looped the Velcro belt strap through because I didn't like that flopping around. So you get the holster. You get a lanyard. Okay, nice cord lanyard. You get a spare O-ring and a spare push button. Always nice to have. You get obviously the light itself, and it comes with the detachable clip. I usually wear mine with the clip in my left side pocket, clip downwards. Sometimes I will wear the lanyard, sometimes I won't, depending on how I feel that day. The problem is, okay, where you can't use the lanyard and the clip if you're going to use the holster. Okay, I don't mind this holster, however I don't prefer it. It's kind of skinny, it's not very rigid, so you try to put the flashlight back in there and it's going to be moving all over the place. It's very hard to get in. You have to usually use two hands. One hand to kind of pinch the bottom of the holster so it doesn't move, and the other hand to actually put the flashlight in. So I tend to not use the holster unless I'm going to be in a dress uniform. Then I will use the holster because I don't like things sticking out of my pockets, and it looks a lot cleaner. So that comes the holster, the lanyard, the spare button and O-ring, and the clip and the light itself. Now the light itself at max is 180 lumens. Yeah, that's pretty bright for what this is. I'll show you. It's going to kind of blind you so much. So pretty much whites out the entire camera. Okay. In addition to that, that's turbo mode. That's the highest mode in 180 lumens. In addition to that, when you turn on turbo mode, okay, you just kind of lightly click the button, it goes into a strobe. And believe me, I've tested it. My friends have volunteered to have this tested on them. This is extremely bright. This does make it very difficult if you're strobing, if you're pointing at somebody and strobing, for them to still be able to advance towards you. It's not impossible, but it's very hard. And it's more of a deterrent than anything. The other cool thing I like about this light, and the self-defense aspect while we're talking about it, is it's got these little ridges here. Now, I don't know if that's purpose-built or not. It doesn't really say. However, from what everybody says, I would tend to agree that this could be used quite easily as a Kubaton or UR stick to defend yourself and use on pressure points. And let me tell you something, those little ridges would be kind of uncomfortable. Same thing with the back end. It's got those two little raised up panels right there to put the lanyard through. I don't know if you can see that little focus. But it would serve quite well as that, and it's pretty strong to boot. So, talking about some more technical aspects of the light, it utilizes the Q5 LED. It's a Cree LED, and it's an XR-E. It's the whole thing it says is a Q5 Cree 7090 XR-E LED. To be honest with you, I have no idea what the hell the numbers mean, but basically what a Cree is, what the Cree is boasting it can do, is it produces 50,000 hours of illumination. Okay, so what that allows you to do, okay, is it allows you to purchase the light and have a long life of use with it. And so I believe you can probably get a replacement for it for the actual LED as well. However, I couldn't see somebody using up this light. It just, to me, doesn't seem possible. Some other stats for you here are general mode, which is the lowest mode. Okay, and how you utilize that mode is you just simply turn the head of the flashlight very slightly, and you go to low mode. You click it again, you go to medium, click it again, you go to high, click it again, SOS. Okay, so in this mode right here you're seeing, which is very low and somewhat useful to me, you got 9 lumens. Okay, in the medium mode, okay, you have 47 lumens. The other mode, which is high, you have 94. And I believe the SOS is also in the high mode, which is 94 lumens. Next stat would be, the most important stats would be this, or what I think is important. This particular light doesn't run on any special batteries. It runs on your everyday AA alkaline batteries. Okay, that's pretty much what you can go pick up at your local supermarket or drugstore or whatever, and it runs off these. I use both iShiftback and Duracell, and Berkeley and Jensen. I like the Berkeley and Jensens because they are actually decent, and Duracell, is it Duracell? I think, yeah, no, it is Duracell. Duracell makes the Berkeley and Jensen brand, I believe, or Energizer does, one of the two, but they're basically just the same battery, just with a different name on it. So, you actually spend less. So I use those, and they come in 4 packs. Put your plastic wrap, which are perfect to slip in your pocket if you're going to be gone for a few days, or throw in a bag so you have, if this does die. Because let me tell you something. The light is heavy duty and it's very bright, but if you use it on turbo mode all day long or all night long, like I usually do, or you're doing something, you're out and about, it does die off. And how this light is designed is once it gets to a lower, to a certain percentage of the batteries are drained, it'll automatically switch down to the next mode or level that it can sustain. So if it goes, you're in turbo mode and you have it on for a long time and it gets really, the battery set to die, it'll switch to high, and then it'll switch to medium, then it'll switch to the low mode, which is only 9 lumens, until it's completely dead. But it doesn't just stop working. That's what I like about this light. Sorry. The turbo mode itself drains the battery as fast as I find. I did do a test with this particular light where I was using pretty much turbo mode for a good hour straight, messing around with it, and it killed the batteries quite quickly. So am I going to say that this is the most battery efficient light? No. It does use batteries pretty quickly, but that's because it's powering a premium LED. The other thing about the LED that's cool is this is a patterned LED, which basically means it's kind of got this texturing inside of the reflector. It almost looks comparable to an orange peel, texture in orange peel. And to be honest with you, what I think that helps with, it helps with the light distributing the light rather, and it helps with the throw. It really does work nicely. It sure as heck works a lot better than one of the non-textured reflectors that I've seen in some of the Surefires and whatnot. And it's a hell of a lot cheaper than a Surefire. So the next thing what I told her I was going to talk about was the IPX8 standard. Basically what that standard means is that standard says that it is good for up to 1 meter in the water. It's waterproof up to 1 meter. It also, standard means that this LED is concealed from any dust, tools, water, anything that could get in there, or fingers, whatever. That's just a general standard. But that applies to this LED as well. It's sealed into the actual bulb itself. It's a whole unit, and you really can't get inside of the lens where the LED is. All you can see is the back of the housing right there with the circuit board and the connector for the battery. But it's a whole self-contained bulb right here, this top piece, and then you get the batteries inside. Usually that's not how you take the batteries out. Usually you unscrew the back cap, but still. So basically, this light in a whole, for, I think, what do you pay for it? Pay $55 for this thing. It's a steal. It really is. It beats. I like it better than the Surefires. It's a lot slimmer than the Surefires, but it still has a whole hell of a lot of light to offer. And I mean, this thing is just an absolute joy to carry. I would highly recommend, if you're looking for a high quality flashlight without having to put a huge dent in your pocket or the wallet or whatever you want to call it, look at the Fenix line. They have a lot of the flashlights, not just this one, but this one is, I think, for the medium size utility / possible defense / waterproof. This is the best one I found to go with, in my opinion. So thanks a lot, guys. There'll be some more reviews. I got to bang a couple other ones out today that are kind of overdue. So yeah, stay tuned. Thanks a lot.